When it's Troublesville you're living in, and you're feeling just like giving in. Your life is just a cup of bitter juice. Come ride with me where joy is free in our Chartroose Caboose. If you've had too much of blues and tears, haven't had enough good news and cheer, you've got your neck stuck halfway in the noose. Hey, weep no more, step in the door of our Chartroose Caboose. There's an all clear up ahead, and we're rocking and a rolling down the track. Life is one big feather bed, and we don't give a hoot if we never come back. You can soothe your sad and aching heart, and be glad that you are taking part in all the happiness that's on the loose. Why end it all? We'll have a ball in our Chartroose Caboose.
Well, even if we made it, I don't know how we could have hopped on.
Oh, we could have made it if I hadn't slowed us up.
You didn't slow us up.
Oh, Dub.
Huh?
Are you sorry we ran away?
Sorry? I'll show you how sorry I am.
We missed our train.
Yeah, you not only missed your train, looks like you sort of missed the depot, too.
You see, our hot rod broke down over by the highway, so we thought we'd catch a ride on a freight car.
Ain't that the other way around? Your car broke down, so you thought you'd catch a ride on the rod?
No, a hot rod is a car, mister. It's like an automobile.
Yeah, it's a real beauty, too. Or was.
You see, I knocked a hole in the crankcase with a rock coming over some rough ground.
Yeah, it looks like you'd have more luck hitchhiking over on the highway.
Well, we like trains.
Well, that's the first thing you said to make sense. That freight came through here the last train today. They don't use this line at night much anymore.
Oh.
Well, what now?
I don't know.
She ought to be out here on the rails at night. You better come climb on and go with me. My place is the only thing between here and Midway.
You live out here?
I ain't seeing America first on this armbuster. Come on, climb on before it gets dark, and I have to put running lights front and rear. You just hop on here and we'll take off like a Wabash cannonball. No self-starter on this hot rod, son. Push her. Oh, lean on her. All aboard!
Gee, it sure is an unusual color.
Yeah, that's what they call a chartreuse.
Chartroose Caboose.
Yeah, fella sold me that said it's one of them decorated colors. He told it right. She sure is decorated.
You can say that again.
Well, here we are. All off for Watts Corners. Get your stuff out of the baggage car.
Work on the railroad and live here, huh?
I used to work on a D&M more than 30 years. Reckon I traveled more than 1,000,000 miles on them tracks. Mostly big outfits running now.
1,000,000 miles? But I thought the D&M only ran from Denton to Milford.
Little lady, D&M may not be as long as some of them big railroads, but she's just as wide. Well, here we are. Watch your step there, miss. Go right on in. Well, make yourselves at home while I put away the groceries.
You mean this is yours?
Yeah, you might say. When I got all set to retire, old man Wilson, he owns the D&M. He said, Woody, you've done a good job for us. You can live in that crumb of yours as long as I run this railroad. That's what he said.
What's a crummy?
You're in one now. Crummy's a caboose.
This one sure doesn't look crummy.
I'll say not.
Hey, old man Wilson. Hey, Woody, you can run her down there on that dead-end spur with the old cattle loader. See, you spent over half your 30 years of work fishing in that trout stream down there. I thought I was getting away with it. The old man Wilson ran things from back east. Never got out here to New Orleans.
May I get up in there?
Oh, sure can. That's my reading room. Used to spot hot boxes from up there. I can smell a hot box on a reefer head of a mile cut of cars.
Gee, that sounds great. I guess.
Well, you must be Woodrow Watts.
Yeah, Woody the most. Ma and my wife used to call me Woodrow.
I know what you mean about names. Mine's Dubois. That's why they call me Doug. She's Dory.
I don't care much what they call me anymore. Well, we don't get many folks out this way.
Hey, this is real cool.
I leave one of them windows open.
Say, did you work in this very caboose?
I was a conductor, not one of them ticket punchers. I was a freight conductor. Yeah, I reckon I took the train from Denton to Milford so many times and back I could have spit on every tie between here and there.
Isn't it neat?
Yeah, sure is.
Well, you folks look her over. I got to go take on some fresh water.
Yeah, well, you're sure we won't be in the way?
Oh, no. Glad to have you stay.
Thank you.
Takes a heap of living to make a caboose a home.
You know, he may be gruff, but I think he's kind of sweet.
So do I.
Come here. All right. Hey, look. You know, I wish we could just stay here forever. It's like Heavensville.
Heavensville? Well, I guess you're right. At least your dad'd never find us here.
I'll say not. Sis.
What gives?
Laura, she's expecting us. Oh, she's probably got everything ready.
Yeah.
Oh, God, how are we ever going to get to Denton?
Well, now, honey, don't flip. We're going to use that marriage license in spite of your dad. Cost me $2.
I hope so. You know, when he can't find us on the highway, he's going to go straight to Laura's.
Mm-hmm. She won't tell him anything.
He can get pretty wild when something bugs him.
Don't worry so much. You're going to get to Denton in spite of your dad.
Oh, he's so stubborn.
Stubborn? That's pretty mild. I'll never forget the time he locked you in, disconnected the phone, and put up a quarantine sign just to keep me out.
You should have been on the inside.
Yeah, well, that was the idea.
Oh. Well, I think he'll be different after we're married. At least I hope so.
Yeah, well, so do I.
Hey, kid, get off that bridge! Sure hope you learned your lesson back there about playing on the railroad tracks. You never know when some dead-end Indian's going to sneak up on you.
Yes, sir.
You going home now?
Yes, sir, I'm going.
There's an old hoghead named Hector Bindlestiff bet me that couldn't walk that way for 10 rail lengths once. I not only walked the 10 rail lengths, but walked them all the way back without touching real estate. I was blindfolded. On a trestle 100 feet high. 40-mile wind. With wet snow.
What's a hoghead?
Oh, he's one of them fellers rides up in the engine and thinks he runs a train. But the conductor that's really the brains of it.
I'm gonna be a jet pilot.
I never heard of a boy that didn't want to be a conductor. Maybe an engineer.
I don't.
You better get on home now.
I'm going.
Who's your friend, Woody?
Oh, he said he lived around here. He ain't fooling me. I know runaways when I see them.
Yeah. Maybe we really are in the way.
If you hadn't lived, you've tried some of my way car soup. Getting hot now, you'd better stay. Even cold is hot enough for our boiler.
Yeah, well, we just thought...
Hey, mister! Mister! Hey, mister! Mister, there's a man down there!
Where?
Down there in the grass!
Don't lose your air pressure, son. Been lots of men around here.
Dead one? I'll show you.
Where'd he come from?
I don't know, might have fallen off a freight train. His heart's still beating.
Well, we can't leave him here. Let's get him up the caboose.
Hey, this is neat, man.
Where do you see the second story up there?
Man, oh man!
Guess he never heard of Rule G.
Yeah, well, if he didn't, I'm with him. I didn't either.
Well, that's a rule against drinking alcoholic beverages on railroad property. I didn't smell anything on him, though.
Maybe he's got some identification. How do you do?
You all right?
Yes, I seem to be, thank you. A little tired, perhaps.
What happened?
I don't remember. I've been waking up in the strangest places lately.
What's strange about this place?
Well, I haven't seen many crummies with curtains, conductor.
How'd you know how to freight conductor?
You look like one, that's how.
I know you. What's your name?
My name is J.B. King, Esquire.
But you look at here. There ain't no such person as J.B. King, Esquire.
Well, maybe he's just weak from not eating.
You hungry?
Yes, I believe I am.
I bet that's what's wrong.
Yeah, well, I'll get him a bowl of soup. We'll see.
A bowl of Wacar soup would do me a world of good.
Over here. That kid's going topside.
Would you like me to get him some soup?
Yes, but water it down. Might finish him off. Hey, you! Come down off of that car. You ain't no brakeman yet.
I'm gonna be a jet pilot.
Well, you get your wings before you fly. Now you climb down that ladder before I take a brake club to the seat of your pants.
All right.
Now, you be careful there. Watch your step. You sit right there. Seems like we ought to check our rolling orders, son. What's your name?
Joey.
No last name? Lose it? Clean forgot where you live, too, huh? All right, where you going?
Denton.
Pretty good walk. You call any walk good.
I'll make it. And you or Ma or Pa or nobody else is gonna stop me from seeing those jets at the air base.
Sit down, son. Joey and me just have a little talk here. Now, Joey, I sure wouldn't want to stop you if that's what you want to do.
It is. I'm gonna be a jet.
Yeah, I know you're going to be a jet pilot. Did you ask your ma and your pa if you could go?
No.
Why not?
They don't have time for me. Pa's always working and Ma's gotta take care of my little brothers and sisters.
You planning to walk all night?
I was gonna try to hop a freight car. Maybe sleep in it. But
Hopping a freight is not as easy as it looks. Dory and I found that out.
Well, I can't turn you away, I suppose. I guess a whole lot of you better just stay here for the night.
Well, I appreciate that, Woody. Especially for Dory's sake.
I guess I better. I forgot it was gonna be dark tonight.
You gonna have room, though, with that King fella?
Oh, sure. Hey, his name ain't King.
How are you so sure of that?
Didn't you ever hear of J.B. King, Esquire? Yeah, they don't teach the young'uns nothing these days. J.B. King, the way the story goes, was a millionaire hobo. He hooked rides on all freights all over the country.
If he was a millionaire, why'd he hook rides?
Well, he could buy and sell most of the railroads that he stole rides on. Guess he was kind of a crackpot.
Didn't he ever get caught at it?
No, he sure left his mark. You find his name written on almost every piece of rolling stock on rails. Time was when I thought it was on all of them.
Oh, how could he?
I don't know, but I saw it. There was J.B. King, Esquire. He kind of wrote it in a funny way without lifting the chalk.
That's someone like the Kilroy was your character that the GIs wrote all over the world?
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, we used to all practice writing it. I used up more chalk than an old maid school teacher.
Well, you think this fella's using King's name then, huh?
Yeah, you can just bet your life on it. Yeah, well, he's up to something. Pay to keep an eye on him. What's he doing now?
Dory's giving him some soup. He seems like an okay guy.
Well, take it from me, son. Them's the kinds you gotta watch. Hey, we'd better get some of that Wacar soup ourselves.
What time is it?
47:30.
Huh?
47 minutes and 30 seconds after the hour.
Well, what's the hour?
Well, if you don't know the hour, you can't work on the railroad.
I'm not gonna work on the railroad.
You want to eat, don't you?
Yeah?
Then you're working on the railroad.
Okay, but I'd rather be one of those head hogs in the engine than a conductor at the tail end.
You get along, get along.
I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blowing right up so early in the morning? Can't you hear the captain shouting, Dinah, blow your horn?
That's the most singing has been in this old crummy since the time the boxcar load of beer derailed down at the bridge.
Well, really, Mr. Watt? What about rule C or D or whatever?
Rule G, Miss Dory.
Well, I guess this happened before I learned that rule. Or the alphabet, maybe. I forget.
You know, Woody, this is a nice old guitar.
Yes, sir. You know, my wife, Mary, before she passed away, gave me that. She liked it very much, too. Started to teach me how to play it. I haven't touched it in years.
Dub?
Woody, well, that is, Dory and I would like to talk to you about something.
Well, go ahead. I don't get to talk that much. Maybe we better adjourn to the vestibule. Ought to be a nice moon out there tonight.
That sounds fine.
Mr. King, why don't you teach Joey how to play cribbage? That's an old railroad game, and I'm sure you'd know it.
I'll be happy to teach Joey. I know the game well.
What are we gonna play? Garbage?
Cribbage. They tell me those jet pilots play it all the time.
You know, you were right, Woody. Gee, look at that moon.
This looks like one of them threes of crowd time.
No, it isn't, Woody. Dory and I just figured since you've been so nice to us, we ought to be honest with you.
Well, I'm not asking any questions.
That's what Dub means, Woody, about being nice to us.
Well, let's see now. You kids running away to get married, maybe in Denton, when your car broke down. You didn't want to stay on the highway because somebody, more likely Dory's pa, didn't take kindly to this marrying idea. Could have even had the police after you. Seems to me I heard a siren over there just before we met. Now what you want to know is how to get to Denton on these D&M tracks. That about right?
That is right.
The only thing you left out is that my sister lives in Denton, and she's waiting to help us get married.
You're all plotting against your pa, huh?
I guess so.
Doesn't he like Dub?
I think he does. Well, he just doesn't want to show it.
Yeah, he sure doesn't.
You got a good job?
I got a good part-time job. I'm working my way through college.
And I can work.
What kind of work do you do?
Well, I can do lots of things. I'll find something.
See, Woody, her father just won't let go. We don't want to fight with him anymore, so we've got our minds made up and we're not going to wait any longer.
Well, I can't say I blame you for that. What are you going to do if you start having a family?
Well, we want a family. Big one.
Well, it's going to be kind of hard going to school and having kids and working, ain't it?
Well, whose side are you on?
Nobody's. I think we ought to look at both sides.
We have, but her father won't.
What about your mother?
She died when I was 10.
I was married once. Folks said I had a child bride. She wasn't very strong. Couldn't live the way we had to live. The first year was really something. Then she got sick. Well, if I could have taken better care of her, she might. Well, I'm talking too much. What do you say we think this over tonight and work it out in the morning, huh? Better fix this Pullman car up for the passengers.
Thank you, Woody.
Dub? I'm not afraid of you.
No. Not for myself. Oh, Dory, I wish other people could see you the way I do. You put up a pretty good front of being kind of a lightweight in the brain division. But you don't fool me. You are a woman. Wonderful, wonderful woman.
A woman should be loved.
I think we better just look at the moonlight.
Tonight was to have been so different.
We'll have our tonight tomorrow, just like we planned.
What do we do tomorrow?
I don't know. I guess like Woody says, we'll have to sleep on it. I can't think what could happen during the night to make any difference.
I knew a flagman once named Willett W. Mallethead. He used to sleep about as much as he does. One time they sent him back to protect the rear end of a train when they was waiting for a hot box to cool off. He fell fast asleep with his lantern in his hand. When the hoghead got ready to roll, he whistled for him to come up. He didn't hear him. Well, they made a milepost out of Willcrest. Next day when they come back with a load of empties, there he stood fast asleep on the track. But his lantern had burned out.
Was he the original one to be asleep at the switch?
I was just coming to that. I'd still like to know who he is.
Well, at least we don't know for sure that he's done anything wrong.
Well, we know his name ain't J.B. King, don't we?
Do we?
Well, there just couldn't be any real J.B. King. Or could there?
Well, I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. Good night.
Right.
What's the matter, Joey? Aren't you sleepy? Did you say your prayers? Well, night-night. Does your mama have a special way to say goodnight, Joey?
Yeah, kind of.
So do mine. What does she do?
Well, she just pulls the blankets up to my neck, then kind of kisses her finger and puts it on my forehead. That's because I usually got that smelly chest rubbed about all over me.
I remember that stuff. I used to have it too, all over. Kind of made me just close my eyes and go right to sleep.
Yeah, I think that's why my mom uses it, to put me to sleep.
I never thought of it that way. I bet you're right.
Of course, she's got the little kids to put to bed first, so she's pooped by the time she gets to me.
No, I bet she's very proud to have a boy that's so grown up like you are and can take care of himself. I know I sure would be.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have kids?
Sure, Joey, lots of them. And I'm gonna put them to bed in a very special way, too. Just like my mama used to do to me.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, you know, Joey, people say goodnight in 100 different ways. Like, toddle off, nighty-night. Betty, bye now, you sleep tight. Well, those things just used to keep me wide awake instead. Happy dreams, sleepy eyes, land of nod up in the sky. Well, those things just didn't work at all when I went off to bed. But now I know why I'd be fast asleep immediately. As my mother tucked me in, she said, night, 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 angels singing, night, 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 night birds winging. Time for you to hit the hay. You've had a busy day. Time to dream your cares away. Time for you to sleep. Night, night.
Pray the Lord your soul to keep. Now hush, not one more peep. Night, 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 sleep, sweet, sweet.
Hey.
Night, night.
Who did that?
Are you all right?
We're moving!
What tarnation's going on? What car coming?
Hey, look go, man!
That sounds like an engine out there.
This ain't no milk wagon. Get this thing off of me. I gotta see him before I kill him. What tarnation's going on?
Well, looks like I hooked me a caboose load of sleepwalking hobos.
Now you look here, you blasted beetle-brained boomer. You and that hoghead up there hooked onto my caboose.
Your caboose?
My caboose. You set her back on that side before I wrap a brake club around your head like a set of earmuffs.
Yeah, but this crummy's got D&M markings on it.
It's still mine. Old man Wilson give it to me to live in as long as I please.
Old man Wilson?
Yeah, he owns the D&M. You get her back on that side.
Well, I got news for you, old-timer. Old man Wilson don't own the D&M no more, 'cause my outfit bought her out lock, stock, and barrel.
Hogwarts. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I don't think, mister, I know who I am. I'm Pete Harmon, the conductor on this here outfit, and where's them train orders? Now look at it. You got that engineer all upset. Why, he'll jerk us all over the track from here to Denton.
I ain't going to Denton.
I am, let's go!
These here train orders says that I'm supposed to pick up every bit of equipment with D&M markings on it that's sitting on wheels, and that goes for your crummy.
What do you want to do that for?
Well, the front office didn't spell it out for me, but I hear that they're going to ship it all into headquarters, and what they can't fix up, why, they're going to wreck.
Not my caboose, they ain't.
Mister, I got too much seniority on this road to get raked over the coals for not following orders. Now, we're going, and right now. I'd work this crew early this morning 'cause there's too much traffic on this road in the daylight. I ain't got no time to palaver with you.
What's holding us up, Pete?
Oh, there's something in this old caboose. Mostly him, and they don't want to go to Denton.
Well, we'd just as soon go.
Gosh, yes.
Hey, but you haven't got any right to
It's right here in the orders. You can read them yourself. You folks better get inside.
Crazy man, let's go!
Give that hoghead a highball and let's roll.
Don't worry about it, Woody. We'll get it straightened out somehow. letter written to old man Wilson. How are you going to get it to him?
Well, we ought to be in Midway about mid-morning. I'll get the station agent to wire it out to him.
I guess everybody but you is happy we're going to Denton.
You and Dory?
We're getting married, Woody. Remember?
Man, I could sit up here all day.
I still don't know why they call it the Crummy. I think it's great.
They call a caboose many things, Miss Dory. Everything from a buggy to a zoo.
A zoo? Why?
Maybe it's because right now, Joey, you're sitting on a monkey board.
You're kidding.
You sure know a lot about railroading, Mr. King.
I've been on the road a long time, Dub. Why, I can remember...
Howdy. You folks enjoying the trip?
Yes, indeed.
This here's our dome car. We come up here to do our thinking. You get it? Dome thinking?
What you doing on top?
Oh, I forgot to tell the engineer to stop at Midway to check mortars. By the way, I'm Pete Harmon, the conductor on this here excursion.
How do you do? This is Dub.
Hi. Howdy.
Miss Dory.
Hello.
Howdy, Miss Dory.
And Joey.
Hi, Big Joe. By the way, I don't think I caught your name.
It's King.
Well, howdy. J.B. King Esquire, I suppose.
That's right.
Don't suppose you got any chalk in your pocket?
Yes, I believe I have.
Well, don't that beat all?
Hey, he's walking right on top of the train. Why, I bet a jet pilot wouldn't even do that.
I sure hope that message Woody's going to send will do some good.
I do too. It'd just break his heart to lose this caboose.
I wish we could get out of here. I want to go to Denton.
You're not the only one, Joey.
That's right, Joey. I think we all want to get to Denton.
Except Woody.
Does Mr. King?
That's a good question. Where does Mr. King want to go?
I don't know. I don't think he's ever said.
Let's ask him. Hey, Mr. King, where are you going?
Tell you the truth, Joey, I just don't know. When I was about your age, I always wanted to know what was on the other side of the mountain and around the next bend. And I'm still trying to find out.
Well, that sounds great, but how do you earn a living? What do you accomplish?
Oh, I've left my mark here and there.
Your mark?
Oh, but why talk about an old worn-out vagabond like me? You two are the ones who are starting out on a real adventure. Where will you go in Denton?
Well, we'll go to Dory's sister's place first.
Mm-hmm. Laura and her husband own the Denton Motel. She's got my dress and the minister and everything all ready for it.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be very happy.
Thank you.
Did you get anything now? Why, that bushy-haired knuckle-buster, he's as awkward as an elephant playing tiddlywinks.
Boy, oh boy, we're moving.
When it's Troublesville you're living in, and you're feeling just like giving in. Your life is just a cup of bitter juice. Come ride with me where joy is free in our Chartroose Caboose. If you've had too much of blues and tears, haven't had enough good news and cheer, you've got your neck stuck halfway in the noose. Hey, weep no more, step in the door of our Chartroose Caboose. Woo-hoo, there's an all clear up ahead, and we're rocking and a-rolling down the track. Life is one big feather bed, and we don't give a hoot if we never come back. You can soothe your sad and aching heart, and be glad that you are taking part in all the happiness that's on the loose. We'll wave to all a big highball from our Chartroose Caboose.
If your chick won't give you any love, won't catch on to what you're thinking of, and you're out to win but wind up with a truce,
come take a chance and try romance in our Chartroose Caboose.
If your luck is slowly getting worse, and you've reached the bottom of your purse, you need an ace but end up with a deuce.
Here's what you do, just deal a few in your Chartroose Caboose.
There's a bright new world about, and we haven't got a worry to our name.
We've a right to sing and shout, and we don't give a hoot about money or fame. Woo!
If you're tired of being what you are, dream of riding rockets to a star. You wanna try but think, oh, what's the use? Oh, shucks.
Why end it all? We'll have a ball in our Chartroose Caboose.
I'm telling you, they ain't tying my caboose on a no train going into headquarters.
Well, my orders says they is. Now, I got her in here to the yards, and I'm through with it.
You mark my words, you sappy scissor Bill. You take it and you'll bring it back where it belongs if you have to shove it back.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you old buzzard, you can have this dad-blamed caboose and you can shove it back. Sure hope you kids get to where you're going. Let me know the next time you come through here and I'll have a hostess for my caboose. Hey, you know, that ain't a bad idea anyways.
Well, looks like this is it.
Mr. King's gonna take me to the air base.
How about getting him home?
We'll be all right.
Well, thanks, Mr. Woody. I guess next to being a jet pilot, I'd want to work on the railroad.
Well, thanks, Woody.
We sure hope you get to take your caboose back right away.
Oh, it'll work out. Hey, good luck to you two.
Call your sister.
Poor Laura, she's probably expecting it.
Yeah. Well, I'll use this phone right here. Couple missing. Father fears foul play or accident.
That's us.
Local police and the Highway Patrol have joined forces to locate Dory Warren, 17, and Dub Dawson, 20, who have mysteriously disappeared from the... Don't push the panic button, just pretend like you're shocked.
With a suitcase?
Well, yeah.
Hey, mister, you gonna pay for that paper?
Do you think he saw us?
I don't know. I think he was too busy giving a ticket to that clown. We gotta get to a phone.
Look, they're probably watching Laura's, and Daddy's sure to be there.
Yeah. Well, with our picture in the paper, we can't go just any place.
We can't stay here in an alley.
Oh. Come on.
Gee, Mr. King, this train jazz sure is neat.
Now, you've only seen half of it, Joey. Don't you think we ought to head to the air base?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking. If you'd show me more of the yards, I'd just as soon skip the jets on this trip.
All right, Joey. Maybe your dad will take you to the air base.
No, he never takes me anywhere. He has to work all the time.
Oh? Well, men with big families have to work pretty hard. Of course, he's doing it for you, you know. Of course he is. He's got a big family to support. And too, he may be really interested in his work, like the men here who work on the trains.
Yeah, I guess if I could ever work here, I'd be a bunch of kids either.
I don't think he feels exactly that way. He just doesn't have time. By the way, Joey, what's your last name?
It's James. Joey James. I live in Milford.
Don't you think we ought to make plans about going back home?
I guess so. But I thought we were going to see more of the yards.
We will. We will. Right after I stop into an old friend's office here and visit him. Okay?
Okay by me.
Fine. Let's go.
I never knew there could be so many cops in one town.
So far, I don't think they've seen us.
No, there's only one place I can think of where we'd be safe, at least till we figure out what to do.
The moon.
No, honey. Woody's caboose.
You mean go back?
Well, where else?
Maybe you're right.
Well, come on. All right, kid. Why do you keep following us?
You forgot your change, mister.
Oh, well, why don't you just keep it, huh? And kind of just forget you ever saw us, okay?
Looks like you didn't do very well either.
Well, the police are looking for us.
Yeah, this was the only safe spot we could think of.
I'm afraid you won't have it very long.
Were they taking it back to your siding?
No. Couldn't locate old man Wilson or anybody else to change the orders. Talked myself blue in the face all day. Didn't do no good.
Gee, we're very sorry, Woody.
Didn't seem to worry nobody much when they hooked onto it to bring it in here.
Well, we didn't order them to take your caboose, Woody.
Nobody tried to stop them either.
Look, let's not fight each other.
You might as well admit it.
We're licked.
Do you mean us two, Dub?
Honey, maybe we shouldn't have even tried to get married now. Everything seems to be against us. Maybe we should wait till after I finish college. Woody tried to tell me that.
You mean you don't want to go through with it?
Honey, it's not a question of wanting to. Just tell me how.
I don't know how. So this is Heaven'sville. I guess our tonight won't come around for 3 or 4 years. If ever. I'm gonna call Dad.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna call Dad. Well, the railroad does a lot of his shipping for the plant. And he's a pretty big man there. He might be able to help Woody.
You're right, Dory. At least we owe it to Woody to try.
Would that ruin your chances?
Our chances aren't too good anyway right now.
I'll go find a phone.
Hey, anybody home? Hi.
Joey!
What are you doing back here?
I'm going to ride home with you.
We ain't going home. You're going to take my caboose away from me.
No, they're not. Mr. King said I could ride home with you when Pete took it back.
Your mistake is, boy, you believe in people too much, especially the kind like your so-called Mr. King.
Why?
When he left here, he said he'd take you to the air base and then get you home safe, didn't he?
Well, after he started showing me things here in the yards, I didn't want to see the jets. That was my own idea to go home. Mr. King, he told me something about Dad I never thought of before. And Dory, she sort of explained that Mom let me be because I was the oldest, and she was proud of me. Mr. King called Mom, told her I was okay.
Well, that was nice of him if he did. But he lied to you about me and this caboose. They ain't gonna let me keep it.
Sure you are. Mr. King, he went into a big office building for about an hour this afternoon. And when he came out, he said there was a big high green on the tracks heading for home. Well, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, if it's true. Means clear track ahead. He sure ain't got no right to give that signal. No good bum shouldn't lead a boy on that way.
He's not a no-good bum. He's a nice bum. I bet that's Pete now.
It sure felt like him. He don't never miss.
Well, you ready?
For what?
To go back to your dad blame side, and that's what. Boy, you sure must know somebody.
Well, we all know him. J.B. King, Esquire.
Oh, it couldn't be, could it?
No. But who else?
Beats me. All I know is I gotta roll. Clear the yards by dark. You kids going along with us, too?
Well, if we could ride as far as Milford with you, we'd appreciate it.
You might just as well. I've hauled more passengers than I have freight in the last 24 hours.
See? You're going back.
Sure looks that way. Now what?
Must be the police.
That's Laura's car. She's right out there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. Mr. King called your sis up, too.
Well, then she must be looking for us.
This feller King sure gets around, whoever he is. Whatever happened to him?
Well, he brought me here and just disappeared.
I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder, too. Do you suppose...
What?
Oh, nothing.
Let's go out and see what's cooking outside.
Laura, how did you ever find him? Well, some man called. He sounded awfully nice. He said you'd come to town in a caboose.
J.B. King.
Esquire!
What about Dad? Oh, he's awfully upset, Dory. The last time I saw him, he was heading downtown to the police station to talk to some newsboy who claimed he saw you.
Oh, yeah, we know that kid. I wonder if he followed us here.
I don't know. You know, if he did, I bet Dad's going to come down here, too.
Yeah?
Oh, Laura, what are we going to do? Get out of town, I suppose. I brought your dress and everything. Oh, that's too pretty. This is my sister Dory.
Oh, yes, the bride, I presume.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, well, I'll get our things.
So hold it, son. Maybe I was a little hasty in giving you advice that I wouldn't listen to myself. You can grab a little happiness, I say take it. Dory, your pa might catch you on the road, but he can't drive on these rails. You better all come aboard. We're going to roll in about a minute.
Now, folks, I don't care one way or the other, but I gotta roll.
What do you say? Let's go.
Yes, Lance. Wait a minute. I gotta get this stuff. Come on, Dubbin. Help. Yeah. What? Did you have my dress? Yes. Oh, and it's just beautiful.
I want to say, travel light.
How much more is there?
That's all.
Like I'm hauling freight after all.
We gotta get out of here before Mr. Warren comes.
Oh, wait. Come on, Pastor Purdy. I almost forgot you. Come on.
Might have been for the best.
All clear, Joey.
Take her away, conductor.
Well, I gotta get us clear of the yard. You take over back here.
Sure wish I could have thanked him before he left.
You will. He'll be back. It was right here, Mr. On it. There it is now.
It's Laura's car.
Was I right? The two in the paper?
You're right, boy. They'll not get as far as they think they will.
Dub, you ain't got no buttons on them sleeves. Yeah, cuff links in the suitcase. Oh, them things.
You operate up here from this end, Pastor Purdy. Set them fires right over there for the door.
These will help, Mr. Watts. What about music?
Music?
Of course, for the wedding march.
Oh, don't you worry about that. We'll have music.
Of all things to forget, Mr. Watts, pins.
Not much you won't find in a well-equipped crummy, man. Needle, thread, buttons, pins.
Thanks. The wedding would fall apart without these.
Hey, Dub,
Yeah.
you got a ring?
Darn, I was going to get one in Denton.
How'd you like to have one as a wedding gift? Sure Marion liked that.
Thank you, Ray.
Thanks a lot.
Darn if he don't seem almost human sometimes.
Mr. Watts, we're going to need that needle and thread, too, please.
Coming up.
Oh, thanks. You're a lifesaver. Gee, I hope I can sew on a train.
Now, you be careful. I wouldn't want Dory to get stuck in a caboose.
Oh, go on with you.
I ain't aiming to push things. We better get this sewed up, so to speak, before we get into Midway. Dory's paw might be there.
Well, we'll hurry.
Good. I'll see about the groom.
Hello. I'm so glad you're here. Well, honey, I wouldn't be anywhere else when my little sister's getting married. Of course, I didn't exactly think it was going to be in a caboose.
Does it really make any difference where it is?
Honey, as long as it's in your heart, that's all that really matters.
I guess that's pretty easy to find out. My heart's right here in my throat.
Oh, honey.
Dum, dum, dum. Joy, come here and help me with this fool thing. Joy? Where'd that boy go? I thought he was up in the cupola. He ain't up there.
I hope it isn't what I think it is. He saw you walking on the top of the cars. He thought it was great.
He's topside. We're coming to that covered bridge right away.
I could throw on the brakes, but if he is up there, why, a sudden stop would pitch him off.
We better get him.
Oh, my goodness. What has happened? The boy.
Joey, get down.
I can't move.
go!
How's the boy, Mr. Watts?
He's gonna be all right, Pastor Purdy, thanks to Duff.
He's, I'm real sorry I goofed.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, we're almost ready.
What's it?
What happened?
Not a thing. Now, don't you worry Dory about it. You tell her we're almost ready.
Better knock some of this soot off of you, boy. We gotta get this show on the road.
Midway's coming up, boys. Lean on the throttle.
You got the ring? What ring? The one Woody gave me.
Joey? Oh, that one, yeah. You play your harmonica and cover up any bad notes I hit. Uh-oh. She's slowing down for Midway. Better hit the iron, man. You ladies all ready?
Not yet. Something slipped.
Hold on, Elizabeth, Woody. We ain't sat here yet either.
So you men better hurry it up. We don't want any more wedding guests, Pastor. Up this end. All right, let's hit it, boy. You'll have to come out whether you're ready or not.
Hold it. You ain't got no invite to this wedding.
He doesn't need one, Pete. He's Dory's father.
Oh, where is she?
She's about to come down that aisle, Mr. Warren. We're going to be married.
We'll see about that.
Look, we didn't want to run away. You forced us into it.
When a child isn't old enough to make decisions, they must be made for her.
It's about time you realize Dory isn't a child.
I believe I know my own daughter.
Do you? Well enough to hurt her?
It's for her own good.
Is it now, or is it for yours? Now, why don't you give her a chance, Mr. Warren? Why don't you let her decide?
How can she decide? She's only a child. Stop that. There's not going to be any.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered together here in the sight of God and in the presence of these witnesses to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony.
I said before, I've been wanting to take a little vacation, so when we get home, we'll load up my car and head for my cabin at the lake.
Hey, Mr. Warren, Dory and I have other plans.
Let me handle it, Dub. I know best.
Oh, Daddy, please.
Hey, Mr. Warren, we've been over this time and time again.
And then, when Dub gets out of college, I'll make him an assistant manager at the plant. You'll both move in, live with me, and...
Mr. Warren, don't you seem to realize that Dory and I have some ideas of our own?
Hey, Dory's pa's taking over in there. Them kids don't want him on their honeymoon.
You know, this ain't a bad spot you got out here, old-timer.
Hey, I'm riding with you. Dub and Dory can stay here.
You know, I'm due to take my pension pretty quick. I think I'll just bring my caboose out here, too. You're going to ride with me.
Yeah, I'm riding with you. What do you mean you're going to bring your caboose out here? Oh, no, you ain't.
Well, I sure am if you're going to ride with me.
Hold on, change cars, and we'll see about that.
What are you going to ride with me for anyhow?
Learn you conductoring.
That'll be the day.
I still say the only sensible thing to do is go with me.
And also, we made up our minds.
Well, if you're going to ride with me, I'm coming back here with you.
What's going on, dear?
How'd you two like to spend your honeymoon here? Be back in a week.
You mean we can stay in the caboose?
Sure can.
Oh, it is Heavensville.
Thank you, Woody. And the nicest wedding present we can have.
Hold the